Bonjour. C'est moi, Claude. Welcome to Law Talk with Mike, Soccer Blue, and all that good stuff. Let's do this thing, shall we?
There you go.
Court calls the case of YPF 16
Okay.
LLC versus Kiera Fleming.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fantier on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Kiera Fleming.
All right. Where are we on this case?
Ms. Fleming has a balance of $4,298.39. She indicates that she mailed the rental assistance form to the court on Wednesday.
She mailed it on Wednesday?
Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't really hear you, but I thought you said mail it in, so I mailed it in.
Well, it needs to
Proof
be at
that
the court by
that I filled out an SIR with my tracking number and everything. I mean, an SER.
I don't have it. So.
Well, I sent it in.
Your Honor, I'll leave it up to the court what the court wants to do. I don't think she, her balance is $4,298.39. She's been on rapid rehousing with SOS paying their portion. She's never made a payment to my client. And I reached out, and from what she has said, so I reached out to SOS to see if they were going to be able to help her with the balance. What she indicated to me was,
can I talk? They're not going to be able to help. They're not going to be able to help with balance.
Ma'am. Let him finish, and I will
He's
hear
rude. I don't like.
You want to know what?
Rude.
You don't try to overtalk me, because that will never happen.
That's fine.
Am I understood?
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to pass the matter. You go down, check your attitude, and then I'll call your case back up. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Man, you about to piss me off. Come on.
Keep back talking. You better take that out of here. Oh, don't give me that look. Lee, get her out of my courtroom. Get her out of my courtroom.
Woo!
Court will pass that matter. Court does
Starting strong. I hadn't seen this. This is all Brecken's fault.
call the case of YPF 16 LLC versus Nakia Turner.
Your Honor,
I had to kick Claude out. He got into the clause already. It was headed in an ugly direction.
I'll wait for it.
That just messes up my whole day. Everybody else is going to have a hard time with me now. You know, I was in a good mood, and then it's just going to take one person. It just takes one person that just messed up my whole attitude. No. Nakia Turner, and so we only have her.
Yes.
Do I want you to go get it? Not really, but I don't want to hold up Mr. Pantera. Tell her she can come back in now. You know, people, if she don't act right, it's going to get bad. No, hey, I'm just telling you. I'm just giving fair warning.
Would you like your coffee, sir? So we can go get it for you right now.
No, I'm good. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm good.
We respect you, sir.
Your Honor, if you want to pass.
I'll pass it. And then YPF 16 LLC versus Kiera Fleming.
You know, Judge Simpson did just let Magoo talk all over him in the last hearing. It was a fantastic video. A couple of videos back. But, and a lot of people say you should have held him in contempt and all that. But he didn't hold him in contempt. But he was in custody. And he jacked up his bond to $50,000. And just yelled over him to get through the hearing. So it's not like he really put up with it.
Parties have returned. Mr. Pantera, you were in the middle of your statement, sir.
Yes, her current balance is $4,123.39. Court costs of $175 for a total of $4298.39. She's been in rapid rehousing where SOS has been paying her portion and she's supposed to pay the rest. She has never made a payment. I reached out to SOS. They tried to reach out to her. And it's my understanding that the rapid rehousing ends at the end of July. So in August, she's gonna be responsible for the whole thing herself. She hasn't filed a rental assistance form. I don't think it's a tribal issue of fact. We would ask the court for a judgment.
Right, ma'am, what did you wish to say?
Anyway, like I was saying, SOS was paying my rent for 3 months without me having to pay anything. Like I told Miss Terry through SOS that I ended up losing my job. And I wasn't able to pay nothing at the moment. And I'm just now getting a job and I wasn't able to pay nothing until today. But yeah, and I sent in my SER through the mail. I didn't know I had to come and actually bring it in. I don't have a car. So anytime I go anywhere, I have to get on a bus with my children. So I don't know if you're able to, if they bring the mail to y'all, but I definitely sent the SER to this courtroom with the judge with your name on it.
That's great. Maybe they can go to jail with you.
Cedric Simpson.
Did
But SOS doesn't stop. She said that I already filled the paperwork out yesterday when she came. They pay August, but after August, I won't be getting no more help from SOS. But I reached out to Hawk. They're able to help, and I did do an SCR with my caseworker, and I have an appointment with my caseworker on Monday for help, so I can get help with my rent. And I'm able to pay altogether $900 today, but that's all I can afford.
well, if we get to August 1st, then August rent is gonna kick in, which means you're not gonna be.
No, August rent is paid by her, by SOS.
I'm gonna let you finish because I'm not gonna be interrupted again.
I'm sorry.
So what else did you want to say?
That's all I had to say. That's what I said. It was already paid. August month is already paid. That's why she came over yesterday and I filled out the paperwork. So August month to be paid. After August, September, I won't be getting no help after August, is what I'm telling you.
And they wonder why the men leave.
If SOS pays in August what they paid in July, it would be $650 on a $1,300 apartment, which would mean she'd be responsible for the other $650.
That's not true.
But even without, let's assume that for the sake of argument that SOS is going to pay the whole thing. She still has a $4,200 balance. And I don't think there's any way that's going to be paid. And she hasn't filed the form, even though, you know, the previous person heard you just fine last week when you said, we get it here within 5 days. It wasn't here within 5 days. We'd ask for a judgment today.
I did turn it in within 5 days. You said turn it in Wednesday, which I did turn it in Wednesday. And who is he to say that I won't have all of it paid? Like, you don't know that. I didn't know I can get as much help as I did until I reached out to all these companies.
Your Honor,
And
He's the attorney for your landlord that's kicking your ass out for not paying and a party to the case. In fact, he brought it.
I was unemployed for a while, which I just got a job. I just started working 3 weeks ago. So this is my first check. You have to wait 2 weeks in a hole to even get your first check.
Your Honor, I'm willing to extend the judgment, normally be the 28th. If we were to extend the judgment to August 4th.
There's no tribal issue for this court in regard to this case. I'll grant a judgment court possession with the redemption amount of the $4,298.39 with the writ to issue August 4th, 2025. Thank you.
Can you tell me exactly what does that mean? So I can have
I just issued a judgment, the 429839 will need to be paid on or before August 4th of 2025. I've done it that way because if I grant an adjournment in this case, quite frankly, whatever the dispute is with the August rent would be added on to this figure, which I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
So it's a benefit that if you can find the funds to get this paid, You only have to pay this amount. Does not include anything for August.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
so you have to the 4th to get it paid.
yeah, but last thing I gotta say is that when I talked to my SOS worker, Miss Terry, our agreement was for her to pay the full amount because she know I'm not gonna be able to pay the full amount. The money that I have now is going to be towards the money
good.
I already owe. So August
Then
is
you
already
have
gonna be
nothing to
paid.
worry about, do you?
Like the full amount is gonna be paid, so I won't have to worry about August.
Maybe you're not hearing me.
I'm not.
I
I'm hearing
just
what you
issued
said.
the judgment. I'm not dealing with August.
I know that. I'm just let you know for sure that's gonna be paid. That's all. But thank you. Have a nice one. Jesus. People are rude.
Oh my God, it's so frustrating.
Won't stop.
Nope, doesn't work.
Just don't understand the.
Hey, hi, it's good to see you again. The last time I saw you, Miss Lewis, I said in May, if you can pay one in full, I would consider a payment plan on the other pending. And so I don't show that that's happened.
Correct.
Okay, there you go. There was just a discontinuation of service. So when I saw you, you owe a total of $878, and the last time I saw you, you were supposed to pay $439, and then I would talk to you about the other one.
Correct. I don't have an ID to obtain a job to even pay it. I can't get an ID anywhere.
So we're just gonna leave them just like they are.
So I can't pay them. I just tried to come turn myself in. Y'all aren't trying to let me sit them out. Like I'm just stuck in a warrant.
You're stuck in warrant until we see a good faith effort, because they're from 2018. They've been at warrant since 2021 on failed community service. So they're gonna
Correct. You
get
put me in
warrant.
community service with COVID. During COVID, I was sentenced to community service, which no one was allowing community service. There was no way possible.
COVID was 2020.
Correct. I had my daughter November the 9th, 2020.
Okay, so what have you done since?
I reset your community service on January 23rd of 2021. Everybody was back and going.
I couldn't get any community service from COVID. Was not up and the stores were not up. You all were not. No one was doing inside services early 2021.
Okay.
I had just had my daughter. They wouldn't even let my daughter leave out the room as of November 9th of 2020.
Okay, well, I'm not going to revisit COVID year with you. COVID year was one of those years. Then the year after that, we all kind of came back. We all lived past it. It's been at warrant. I talked to you in May, made
Correct.
an agreement, and then we're still in the same spot. So
Okay, so what do I just need to, because your jail won't accept me there because I clearly can't pay them. I don't have a job, can't get a job because clearly you're kind of stopping me from getting the ID. I can't go in to get an ID. They're
have
not
you
going
tried-
to
have you
arrest.
tried to get an ID?
I have the tickets. I have to take care of the tickets. They're not letting me.
Okay, well, I
And it's just like, to me, it's like this is being like basically a grudge being held. And that's why
Yeah, it is. Right. You haven't paid your debt to society. Turn yourself in and do your time.
they told me to come to a judge on Friday to see if I could see a different judge. I didn't know I was even seeing you again. They told me to come talk to a different judge because clearly it's like you're holding a grudge for me from 2021. I'm an adult. It's 2025. There's new things there. I've moved to a
Oh, honey, I assure you, Judge Ratliff is not thinking about you at all, except when you're annoying her the day of your appearance.
new state. I'm trying to get tickets taken care of, and you're kind of hindering me from doing it.
well, new city. You still live in Texas, right?
Oh,
I live in a new city, correct?
I can't
Okay.
take this back.
Well, I don't think that Judge Hamilton would make a different decision, and neither would Judge Cates. So, I mean, there's 3 judges here, and honestly, you're getting one that said if you'll pay one off, I'll talk to you about all the options on the other. I'm not sure either the other 2 judges would have done that on 2018 tickets.
Mm-hmm. But y'all won't let me turn myself. Your jail won't let me turn myself in to sit the tickets out.
Well, you're welcome to come to my courthouse and we'll let you go from my courthouse to.
But that's just a public embarrassment when I can just go directly to the jailhouse.
Oh, that's rich. I mean, this is a public embarrassment for you. It's just been amplified a lot by me. And you sure are embarrassing yourself. I mean, at this point, going to court would be small potatoes.
Well, don't say that you can't turn yourself in when if you'll come to my courthouse
But
Monday.
you just want to have the satisfaction of arresting me at the
I get no satisfaction in sending people to jail. It's a big loss. It's a
Well,
it's a
you have
loss
a
to the
smile
world.
on your face as you're saying it. Oh, well, we
No,
can arrest
I'm
you
just
from here.
She really thinks she's gonna get out of this by calling the judge a meanie. Oh my God.
I lead my life in a very happy way, Miss Lewis.
Me too. I'm perfectly happy. That's why I'm trying to get my things resolved so I can.
Well, she does it. The judge does it in a lawful and happy way. See, there's a difference. This one needs some Chisnator therapy. That's all I can think of. We need the Chisnator to come in here and just lay it down. I know he's in another state. It's not his jurisdiction.
Continue to live my life.
Okay, and I would like you to do that too. And I give you a very reasonable offer. Paid $439. These are tickets from 2018. You pled to them in 2018. I think they've been at KPS twice. It's not too much to ask for you to pay that and one down, and then I'll talk to you about the other one.
So what am I supposed to prostitute or do something illegal to get the money to pay you?
I know a lot of people donate plasma. I don't know.
I don't have plasma to donate. I have a medical condition.
I think you're past burrito sales, my friend. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you pay your bills right now anyway.
I'm on Section 8 housing. They don't pay tickets.
Of course
No,
you
they
are.
don't pay tickets for
Correct.
the Section 8 housing to pay for your housing.
Correct.
That's why we visited community service, which wasn't done. Okay. So I'm just going to stick with what I've said to you before. When you're able to pay one of them off, come and see me again.
One ticket is $439.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. Okay. And what days does the other judge comes in?
We both are assigned equally. Both of us are here every day, Monday through Friday.
Okay, so how did I was supposed to be seeing a different judge? I requested a different judge. I wasn't even supposed to be coming for you. So it's kind of like my time was wasted. That was my whole deal, was to request. I requested a different judge.
You're free to go, Miss Lewis.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, that ends court.
Will now be on the record in 25 CR 85, State of Kansas versus John Timothy Baker. Please announce appearances.
May it please the court, State appears by Judge-elect Attorney.
We really don't have a lot of room for this to get worse.
Clinton for the defendant, John Baker, who appears from Greenwood County Jail.
And does he wish an evidentiary hearing, Mr. McClendon?
Your Honor, Mr. Baker and I, we're having a breakdown in communication. I'm going to be requesting a withdrawal on this case.
Well, Mr. Baker, what's the problem?
We're not seeing eye to eye, just the communication is not, I mean, just like you said, I mean, it's just not, we're not seeing eye to eye.
What he's saying, and when he communicates with you, it doesn't make any sense what he's saying? You don't understand language or what?
No, we're not seeing eye to eye.
In other words, he does not think what you're saying will work, and you don't like what he's telling you will work.
That's not at all what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, what he's saying.
Well, all he says is you've had a breakdown in communication.
That's
Mr.
exactly.
Tell me what would be different if I appointed someone else? Would he have the same problem with that attorney? Knowing you can't read the future, but I mean, you know what the type of problem is. Is it going to be the same whoever's appointed? Mr. McClendon?
Judge, I'm not sure. I do believe we have some stuff in regards to the way case law is read and portrayed, and additionally some factual matters that happened within the case. I think
Right.
between the two of us, I don't think we get along very well.
Well, some defendants don't get along with any defense attorney and vice versa. Mr. Baker, do you really think a different attorney is going to handle matters differently? You think that?
I
You
have
think
no
that's
idea,
gonna
Your
make
Honor.
a
I'm not, who knows? I don't know. I mean, I'm just,
Well, I
exhausting
don't
all of
know.
my administrative routes, you know? So, I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
here. There's nothing I can do about it.
what are your administrative routes? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm just seeing what are my possibilities in this case. I mean, as far as my motions to be filed and everything. I mean,
Well, as far as possibilities go, I see jail in your future. And I think it's clear to anyone viewing this that William McClendon is a serious problem. He can't be trusted. He's acted like a kook since the beginning of this hearing. I don't know how anyone can get along with him.
I already feel like I've been found guilty of something, and I haven't even been to court yet. This is the first time I've even been in court, and I'm not even in person. This, you know, we're supposed to be present during all proceedings of court, you know, and I'm not in no courtroom. I don't even know who I'm talking to here, you know. I've got I have 6 different people on the screen here, and I don't know any of them, and I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I've met with him one time, you know, and we're not communicating very well on things, you know.
So you've never been in a court system before? You don't understand how it works? Is that what
I
you're
don't
telling me?
understand how this works. I've been in different court settings, and I've never had a court setting like this right here. I don't see that this is legal.
You've never had a Zoom hearing? Is that what you're talking about?
Not on my preliminary. No, not on preliminary. And from that point on, you're supposed to be present during all proceedings of court, you know?
Well, I don't know that you've missed any yet. I see you have a 2010 involving meth or involving felony drugs and other charges. A 2010,
Yeah,
2015, 2017.
Yeah, that's 15 years ago.
21, that's been 4 years ago. 22, that's been 3 years ago.
I've only
25 and a 24, it looks like in Reno.
Yeah, all of those are the same thing. Those were just probation corrections and stuff, you know. That's not, I've only been charged one time and got corrections for. I don't know how it keeps coming up in there like that.
You don't know why only drug
Ever since
charges?
then, it's been 2010. 2010 was the last time I got any charges, and I got brought back in front of the court because I won my appeals.
Here's a 2022 possession of opium, narcotic, or certain stimulant, which is one of your charges today.
Yeah,
Possession of marijuana.
I just don't see how 2 people can be in possession of the same thing. I don't understand that. That's not.
Here's what I think, Mr. Baker.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're going to probably have the same issues with any attorney that you're having with Mr. McClendon.
But how do you know that?
And because Mr. McClendon doesn't generally have these problems with his attorneys.
Because Mr. McClendon is a nice, reasonable, good attorney, and you are a jackwagon, and you've displayed it the entire hearing. That's how.
He's only had a practice law for 3 years. How does he know that too?
Oh, he's only practiced for 3 years.
Yes, and the only cases that he's won is 2 misdemeanor cases, and they were bench cases. So how is he capable of representing somebody like me, an A-box felon, 3-time convicted A-box felon? I don't. There's 10 and a half hours on my body cam, and none of it's been went over. I mean, he's good. I don't deny that he's not a good lawyer. I just don't think that he's the right lawyer for me. We're not communicating correctly. I have motions.
Well, maybe if you go to conjugation camp, that might help.
That I want to file too, you know. I mean, I have a right to a fair trial. I have a right to defend myself in this, you know, and I just don't feel like I'm not bad mouthing him at all. He might be a great lawyer, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I just know that we're not communicating correctly. You know, it's just cause conflict, you know, and I'd just rather just not not do the conflict. You know, I just don't want any conflict in it whatsoever. You know, maybe the next person might be better for me. Maybe they won't. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I want what's best for me though, you know?
Have you ever had this problem with any of your other lawyers that you've had over the years?
No, I haven't. No, I
Never?
haven't. Never.
Okay.
Look it up. I haven't.
Do you have an attorney now in your Reno County case from 24?
What case? That's all gone. That's not, there's no case.
One.
Oh, is that for the misdemeanors?
Well, usually municipal courts are misdemeanors. Is that still
Yes.
ongoing?
I have a court, and I've also missed 3 court dates since I've been in here. Nobody has contacted that court, and now I've got 3 more warrants because I've been in here and I wasn't able to make those court dates. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but I
know what you're saying, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
feel like my hands are tied behind my back. I've got 3 more warrants now, which have jacked my bond up significantly. No bondsman want to even bond me out. You know what I mean? I don't understand this system here. It's not. I wasn't able to make those court dates, and I was out on bond on those, and I was making all my court dates. I've never had a failure to appear. I don't know where they get the failure to appears at. I've never had a failure to appear. If I did have a failure to appear, wouldn't no bondsman mess with me there at all? Because that's the main thing is failure to appears. They don't mess with that. I'm not a flight risk, you know. I mean, I'm unable to make this bond because of those because of those failure to appears, which I was in here and I was incarcerated here, and I've told the staff here I've been faxing back and forth, you know, my lawyer
But I have a lot of people that need to be heard today.
Right.
And I am going to allow Mr. McClendon to withdraw.
Okay.
And if you just have a personality conflict with your next attorney, you're going to be stuck with that attorney. So try to get along with that attorney.
It's not that we're not getting along. It's just we're not seeing eye to eye. He might be a great lawyer. I'm not bad mouthing him at all. He's probably good at what he does. You know, I don't think he's right for me.
Everybody. Mr. McClendon appears in front of this court multiple times every week, if not every day. And as you said, he's been doing it for 3 years.
Well, from what I was told, yeah.
I don't typically see people come in here and question his knowledge of the law.
No, but you asked me the question.
Stop. If you talk to him and listen to him like you're doing me, I can see where the problem is.
But you asked me the question.
I think he's making a statement, sir. Now just stop talking and listen for a minute. But you want a court-appointed attorney. We don't appoint attorneys that we don't think are competent and qualified. And just because you don't think his education or his experience is as good as yours, I'm not going to just keep appointing attorneys. Stop. But I will give you one more shot at that, a bite at that apple. So Missy's going to have to find someone that may or may not meet your specifications.
That's fine.
I feel a Darren Patterson appointment coming on.
Fine.
The test is whether the attorney meets the court specifications, but I'm not going to leave Mr. McClendon in this position where you doubt his ability to represent you and his interpretation of the law. Missy, you probably won't know for several days who will take the case, correct?
At least a week.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to set this over till our next PHC, and then that attorney is going to need time to get discovery and to study the file and visit with you. And so we're going to take some time here.
Yes, ma'am.
When's your next date, Missy?
That August 15th at 1:30.
August 15th at 1:30. If we can find an attorney available, August 15th at 1:30.
May I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, so like I was saying about the me not being able to show up for court there in Reno County because I guess they don't have Zoom or whatever. I don't know what the issue is. I haven't really got too much communication through that. I've asked but so it has raised my bond up. I mean, to where I can't make that bond, and I know that once I bond out from here, I'll be going to Reno County. And I'll be taking care of those there, which I'll probably get an OR bond on those there, but I would like a reason.
Sir,
Ma'am?
do you mean Reno County or the city of Hutchinson?
Yes, ma'am.
You mean
Oh.
both?
Ma'am?
There's a difference between city court in Hutchinson and Reno County District Court. Which one are you referring to? Because I think we have
It's
both down now.
no, I just got a municipal. It should be just municipal court.
All
It's,
right,
it's
well, I'm gonna tell you this, that is not my court. I have no authority on that.
I understand.
have no say on
But
that.
I haven't asked a question yet though. What I was saying is there any way possible that we can make this reasonable, my bond reasonable for me so I can get that taken care of too? I mean,
I'm not changing your bond.
okay.
All right,
Not no, but hell no.
we're in recess. Mr. Baker is remanded to the custody of the Greenwood County Sheriff. You may go, sir.
Mr. Santos?
Oh, we get Judge Mom.
So, Mr. Santos, I don't believe you that your address is on Duncan, and here's why. I was reading the police report.
Yes, ma'am.
And, well, it's not the police report. It's just this little paragraph they give us.
Yes, ma'am.
At 7:50 p.m., the officer was dispatched to 2705 Duncan, reference an ex-boyfriend of a resident to the house that was trespassing on the property. I'm
Yes.
telling you what I read.
Yes, ma'am.
Officers arrived on scene and located you attempting to force entry into the house through the back door. You were observed attempting to kick in the door. So is that how you move into houses?
No, sir, that's false, sir. I was barbecuing, ma'am. And that's
Well, drunk barbecuing.
we were all drinking, ma'am.
I don't, you're the only one here.
Yes, ma'am, because my girlfriend, the sister lives there and she has a trespassing on her boyfriend. I have no trespassing there.
Well,
ma'am.
you're trespassed from that property. So give Yahida the old address where you can
Okay.
still get mail.
Yes, ma'am, I will do that, ma'am. But I will never go
Do
back
it
to
right
that.
now. I want to know what that better mailing address is.
It's 113 Northeast.
So I don't understand why you told her you lived at 2709 Duncan when you literally were trespassed yesterday.
Ma'am, real quick. Me and Caleb Powers, we moved from Laredo back to Amarillo. We live in the back on a tent on that house. We live in a tent in the back of that house, ma'am. Because
I think you need to stay away.
I am, ma'am. I'm very stern away, ma'am.
Exciting and new.
I have a job. I'm a painter, ma'am. And I get paid today, so tomorrow I'll pay some type of money, ma'am. But
Okay, well, how do you want to handle, you have two cases. You have a possession of drug paraphernalia from December. And then you have a public intoxication. How do you want to handle those?
Well, the public,
hold on. You already pled on the possession. Sorry.
yes,
Just
ma'am.
talk about the public intox.
Well, I get paid today. If I leave today, I still I'm gonna go back to work because we start painting at 12:30. I get paid today, so I can come back tomorrow and give a payment or whatever you want me to do, ma'am. I will listen to you, ma'am.
So I'm sorry, are you telling me you're pleading guilty or no contest?
Guilty, ma'am. Guilty. I'm pleading guilty.
So I'm going to find you guilty of public intoxication.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to assess a fine and court costs totaling $581.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you 1 day jail credit on that.
Yes, ma'am. My main concern is I don't want to lose my job, ma'am.
And then on that particular charge, I'm going to release you. Now, we still have to talk about the possession of drug paraphernalia, so give me a moment to look at that.
I'm out on
Give me a
bond.
moment to look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's Webb County, Mr. Santos?
That's in Laredo, ma'am.
Why are you in jail in Laredo?
They gave me I was mowing yards and I knocked on a door where it said no trespassing. And I guess it's a serious place because the cops showed up and arrested me. And then the next day they gave me a PR bond.
What's it up? What's up with you and trespassing?
Man, that's why I left Laredo, man. Because everybody's mean over there.
Okay.
Like, man, they're real strict over there because I guess it's a border
Oh yeah, Laredo's the problem. It has nothing to do with you.
town. I could be walking and
You've, I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Okay, Mr. Santos, come on back up. Sorry. I've had an interruption there. How come you didn't pay this?
excuse me.
How come you didn't pay the 486 that you still owed on the possession of drug paraphernalia?
Oh, I was told that August 4th, I speak with the judge over there and I pay, I'll have enough money to pay that off. Because I got the new job that they're paying me, every house I paint, every 2 houses I paint, I get $750, man.
Okay, I'll release you on this one. You make sure you show up
I promise I will, ma'am.
and you don't get any jail credit. You still owe the 486, okay?
Yes, ma'am, and I
Now,
promise.
listen, you better stay away from 2709 Duncan, front yard, backyard. They don't want you there.
No, I'm staying away from a girlfriend, ma'am.
Well, that's probably a good idea too, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you owe 581 plus 486. Your goal is to show up tomorrow no later than 2 p.m. When you show up tomorrow, you remind me if you see me or tell Judge Ratliff that on the one that you owe 486 is, your plan is to come in and get that paid by August 4th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll set up a payment with you. Thank you.
God bless you, ma'am. Thank you.
Wow,
Mr. Sandoval Garcia,
this is impressive. Each one's worse than the last.
good morning.
Morning.
So
You
did you
start
turn
low.
yourself in?
And then dig.
Oh, you have to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna have to speak up louder.
Turned myself in yesterday.
Yeah, what was your thought process there? What were you thinking?
I need an ID. I need
Yeah, what?
ID. I need it.
Oh, so you were like, I'll just turn myself in. Were you just gonna sit these out? You owe 848.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
What time did you go to jail yesterday?
I'm not even sure.
Was it late last night?
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking to a judge. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. And you reply to anybody else who's not your friend, yes, or yes, Your Honor. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Whew.
Court does call the case of Lynn King versus
Rough
Nakia
Friday in
McDonald.
court.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
Good week. Yeah. Well, they may be able to stand it. I think they can.
This is Zach's fault from Law Nerds Unite, and he tells me it's just excruciating.
They'll stand it. All right.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, this is Lincoln.
All right.
Nakia McDonald.
All right. Take your hands back. There you go. All right. All right, where are we on this case? There was 1760 owed the last time that we were here. We talked about the late fee issue. Were you guys able to work something out?
She paid July rent after like several days, 11th of this month. So her balance is reduced to $865.86.
That is include May, June, and July late fees. And the utility,
So this amount is May, June, and July late fees?
yes.
Okay, and go ahead, and what else?
There's a $70.86 utility, and before she set up her DTE account, so I paid for her,
$70.80?
yeah, 86 cents.
86 cents. And then what else?
And the
Anything else
55 court fee,
for the court fee?
yes.
All right. So if I take this 55 and if I take the $70, $55, and then the 86 cents, but if I do that, so of this 865, 86, all the rest of that are late fees.
Yes. It's on the lease, $5 per day is the lease.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I think. Do you have that broken down for, so how many, hang on.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I know it's on the lease. I know they agreed to it, but you don't have the right to contract, and there are no property rights in the state of Michigan. None of that will be enforced. Let me guess.
Give me 865. Well, I can do it myself. That's okay. 65, 125, 04. So I have $740 in late fees. So how many months is that?
that's from May. She hasn't paid late fee since.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to, I don't, I'm not asking what she didn't pay.
Okay,
I'm saying this $740 are late fees for how many months?
3 months. Actually, July she
Okay.
paid it on 11th, that's earlier. So that's only count for 10 days. In July, for July rent only.
Okay, if it's $5 a day, it should be $450 or in that ballpark for late fees for 3 months, assuming all that's correct. So let's get to the point.
I don't know what that meant.
Like May, she didn't pay late fee.
Hold on a second.
Okay,
So for July, her late fee was only $50.
yes, July, there's a $50 plus 5 days. So on the lease, it says if after 5 days she didn't pay, or whoever the tenants, well, $50 initial fee, and the plus 5 days times 5. So that's $75 on July before she paid. Then $50 on, plus 5 days per day on June rent, that was $170. And May rent was the most.
That all sounds really nice and pretty, but listen, I'm trying to figure out that even if, give me 740 minus 75.
665.
So if I take July out of the picture.
Yeah.
And it's $75, she has paid for 2 months. You want to charge her $665 in late fees.
For the May rent.
How much is her rent?
The rent is $520 on her portion.
Right. So effectively, just bear with me here. You want to charge her about, my math is right, about a month and a quarter of what she pays for rent as late fees.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, because I really encourage.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I don't care how big the fees get. She's just not calculating them right. But they contracted. She agreed to it. Let's talk about if she was late or not. I don't know, apply the law for once.
I understand you said yes, Your Honor. Does something sound wrong to you about that? That was a question.
I calculated based on
What, my tenant not paying rent on time? Absolutely. That's why I'm here, Judge. That would be my response.
the lease,
Okay,
day by day.
I know what you did. I'll say it again. You're charging her $665 in late fee. Her rent is somewhere around, her portion is around $500.
520, yeah.
You're going to charge her for 2 months late fees that are the equivalent of a month and a quarter of her rent. Now comes my question. Does something sound wrong to you about that?
Well, I just tried my best to encourage.
The math sounds wrong. But getting in your feels about it also sounds wrong, Judge. Let me be clear. In 2 months, she could only accrue $300 at $5 a day. So there's a problem with the math, as she's describing it. But I'm so sick of this emotional nonsense.
Tenants to pay on the time because it's irregular, totally out of my control.
Oh, I don't think it's out of your control.
Because I need tenants to follow the lease to pay so that I book on time. But if it's irregular, I'm totally, because her sheet has been individual.
You cannot, your late fees on any lease, the law is that they have to be in some way related to the cost of collecting rent. It also indicates that they cannot be liquidated damages. This sounds a whole lot more like liquidated damages than it does related to the cost of collection of rent.
I'll take your advice, Your Honor.
Oh, you don't have to take my advice. I don't give advice. I give orders. So I understand she may have been late. I get that. But I also understand that you would have to show me that somehow or another you spent $5 every day trying to collect her rent.
Yes.
Outside of the fact that...
Is that really the rule? Is that really the rule? I don't know. Michigan real estate attorneys tell me. That seems insane to me. It seems that a portion of that should be incentive to be on time. And $5 a day seems exceedingly low to me. It just does.
Mind you, a portion of her rent you got already.
Yes.
Because you get it through the subsidy.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
So that's the other part that's silly about this. You're charging her $5 a day, but part of her rent is guaranteed to you. Is it a HUD subsidy you have, ma'am? Then I think also the $5 a day per their lease is illegal. You can't charge it.
I think that's the lowest charge on the late fee, as I know, from the real estate market. I've talked to the Ann Arbor Real Estate Society and the society. They provided this number for me.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, because you're not listening to me. I'm going to send you two out. You go out, figure out what might be a fair amount for her to pay given her circumstances and related to any effort you had to collect it. You guys come back to me with a number. If I don't like the number, I'm going to tell you what it is.
Okay,
Because it seems to me I can talk all day and night long telling you this $5 a day, you can't charge. I told you that on Zoom. I'm telling you that today. I'm trying to explain to you why you can't charge it today. You're not listening to me. You're saying it's on paper. That's fine. I don't mind if the agreement between the parties is reasonable. That I don't mind assessing. But this is de facto unreasonable.
okay, I'll
To
take.
charge her that. And ma'am, understand something. You may want to teach everybody in the world a lesson. That's not your job to teach everybody a lesson.
It's not your job either, Judge. Your job is to apply the law. Not, I think that you can't do that. If you don't believe she can have that in her lease, then make that ruling. Don't hide behind, I'm going to gut your claim, but go out in the hall and talk to each other. Nonsense.
It's not your job to teach them to pay on time or to do whatever. Because sometimes, and I see she's got those two little babies there, she's running around at times to robbing Peter to pay Paul. Because that's just life sometimes, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So you can go out there. It seems the two of you can at least get along and talk.
Mhm.
Come back to me with a number. If I don't like it, I'm going to give you my own number.
So
Because it's
that-
all just 2 months plus a little change that she was behind.
Okay. By the way, there's another portion, and it's security deposit. She started from December 2024, and because I saw her little babies and in the winter, and so I accepted her to move in before the security deposit was paid. So, but it's not paid so far. For
Is
7.
that in this 865?
No, it's separate.
Well, I'm not dealing with the security deposit. Because
Okay.
you got enough problems with the illegal late fees.
Yeah, but this is also something I need.
That's big talk. Then make that ruling. Don't sit there and thump your chest about it, Judge. You're sitting on the bench. You're not running a YouTube channel. Don't announce to the other side in court that you think that these fees are illegal when you don't know. You haven't done the research. Stop it.
To collect.
You guys go figure out. I'm not dealing with the security deposit. You guys go out.
Okay.
Figure out a reasonable amount.
Mhm.
I'll then determine if it's reasonable, and I'll tell you what she's gonna pay on that, and then I'll tell you how she's gonna pay.
Okay, I got a
But
question.
give you guys time to try to work it out.
Yeah, thank you. And I have a question. When can we give you the response before next in person or online?
Oh, you just go out into those little rooms. You're
Okay.
gonna decide this today.
So we can turn in our result to you.
You go out there, you talk, I'll call your case back up, probably first part of the next block. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Or recalls case, People versus King, or not People versus King versus McDonald. Why are you leaving them back there? They did well. Come on up. They can come up and sit right up here. They came up, sat quietly. They behaved themselves. I don't know. Well, this one was having a, no, I'm just saying. All right,
Okay,
folks.
you are not.
The parties are here. What did we agree on that I'm gonna tell you I'm probably not gonna let happen?
Let me see. Okay, she said she'll pay the July rent on 23rd. Is that right?
The
July rent. She's still all the July rent, 520 on 23rd of this month.
didn't she already pay her July rent?
I counted as July rent, but she meant for July 11th, she paid for June. So that's, she considered as paying June on July 11th. But I thought that was her July rent. So we saw differently, but I count her payment as part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I tried to work out, July rent, she said she'll pay on 23rd of this month. I accepted. And her last utility bill was $70.86. And she'll pay me after this, or when would you like to? Okay, I appreciated her efforts, and I can cut off her, because she paid on June 11th for May rent. That's what she counted for. So I cut off the late fee.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how much is your portion of monthly rent?
$520.
Okay, so of this $865.86 that you told me is owed, you're telling me now that $520 of that is actually rent?
July rent?
No, what she's adding is late fees. She's adding the 50 plus $5 per day. July rent is not even added in here, I don't believe.
But because you are thinking the July rent differently, she thought that was I consider as July rent included, but she considered her July rent should be paid later.
No, something's going on.
No, my checks were being garnished, so that's why I fell behind in the first place. So now I'm playing catch up. So I do need to pay July rent, which I will be able to pay this Wednesday in full. But there is late fees. That is her $850 and something. That's the
so what she technically owes really should be the $520 plus this $860 whatever.
I believe so, yes.
That's what I counted for May, but now I count only for.
This should be easy to figure out. Either she's paid July rent or she hasn't. I'm sitting here July, they're doing just fine. Leave them alone.
Okay.
I am. July rent. So, okay, let me ask you this. Is the reason why we're having a problem as to whether or not July rent is included is because she's taken some of that money for late fees?
I don't agree with the late fees. I think I should be charged one late fee per month.
Well, I'll get to the late fees. But when I sent you guys out, you told me her July rent was paid, that the only thing that she owed is this amount. And then we broke it down to where there was $125, basically, because she had the utilities of the $70.86 and then the $55 court costs. And that took $125 off of that. Then I asked a very specific question of whether or not whatever was left was late fees. Remember me asking that?
You're so clear-minded. I thank you so much, Honor. And I counted May rent was not paid, but she counted her May rent was paid on June 11th. That's what we get together when we were in the courtroom. And we figured out, okay, I accepted her as June 11th paid the May rent. But prior, I thought the May rent was not paid at all so far. So that was the difference. So she counted as paid on July, that's 1.5 months later, paid May rent. And then another 1.5 months paid June rent. Then now she's paying the July rent. So I do accept her, explanation, I do. So right now we clarify it as her May rent and the June rent has been paid.
Okay, so she couldn't articulate it, but she was including, that wasn't all late fees. Judge asked her, she couldn't say it to him. It wasn't all late fees. She was including another month of back rent.
But just late. And her July rent will be paid next Wednesday. So I agree with that. We kind of communicated for this.
I don't care how you put these numbers in. How much are you claiming she owes?
I just cut off her portion as late fee. So I accept your advice. I would charge only $150 for May rent late and $150 for June rent late.
You're not getting 150. Now, that, ma'am, you're charging her a late fee.
Yeah.
That is, if you charge $150 per month, potentially for her late fee, it's almost a third of what her portion of the rent is.
But she was 1.5 months late.
Is that the law? Do we only talk about her portion? So we're just down to what she has to pay because the taxpayers are on the hook for the rest of it? I don't know if we jump to that conclusion. I mean, I don't do that. But always erring on that side.
How can I manage my property with all this late fees? I mean, all this late, I have to pay tax on time. My tax is pretty high, much more than the rent. So I need to pay off my tax.
Right. And you could also end up owing money if you were charging an illegal late fee. Yes, legally you could.
But I didn't charge illegally. It's based on the lease that $50 initial charge and $5 per day. That's the agreement.
You're going to pay your rent on the 23rd, 24th?
Yes, sir.
Get it paid by the 25th. So she's going to pay her July rent by the 25th. There's going to be then a decision on the $865 of late fees for 3 months. I'll give that decision August 1st, 2025 at 12 p.m. So I will give you my decision as to what late fees can properly be charged to her. And it's going to be nowhere near that figure. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm going to give you an opportunity because you keep pointing to the lease. You might want to go speak to an attorney. Because if I have to come back and make this decision, and I'm not saying that I'm going to do it, there are going to be certain truth in renting issues that accrue to this tenant, and you could potentially end up owing her money.
But I want a number if you could honor.
Pardon?
I'd like to have a number. I don't have idea. How can I manage this?
I can't answer some of that. I can only suggest to you that you may want to go talk to an attorney about what you can.
She definitely needs an attorney. She doesn't understand. I think she's a very reasonable person. She's coming from another culture. She does not understand that in the United States, the law applies to landlords and not to tenants. It's that simple. And coming from where she's coming from, she cannot even conceive this notion. But she's learning it now. An attorney could explain it to her.
Charge. I will give you some guidance. And that is that the typical HUD lease, which still has its problems depending on what that person is paying as their portion, will say either $25 to $30 on the 5th, and then $1 per day, which would then be approximately $50, $55 per month as late fee.
How if it's not paid on the month?
Pardon?
How if that is paid after that month or later, even later?
Pardon. There's a whole issue with your accounting because however you're applying her payments are first in, first out. She may have been behind, and she just told me she was behind because of a garnishment issue. That's fine. But there's a huge difference between somebody facing almost $740, I guess, late fees for that period in time. And if I were the guidance I'm trying to give you of say 50, 55 a month, and are facing $150 late fees, there's a huge difference in that. In particular, where somebody's rent their portion, which you figured out by a calculation, is 1/3 of her income, basically about a third, that you're going to then charge an additional amount of housing costs. That makes no sense. It is, and quite frankly, I've just.
No, the law makes no sense. That is not sufficient incentive to pay on time. And this is how you get a housing shortage. And the only people who will do business with this crowd is the government, which is exactly what they want.
I'll tell you right now, it's unconscionable that you would try to charge them.
It's unconscionable that you think that her property has no value and she doesn't have a right to be compensated for it. That's the truth.
You're not out every month when she doesn't pay on time. I get it that she should be paying on time. People run into difficulties, but you're not out that entire amount of rent because you're getting a portion of that rent paid. It's her portion that is not being paid.
Mhm.
And it's not like she didn't pay it. It's not like she's just bailing.
I
She's just
understand.
got to figure out how to recoup, get herself back to ground zero. That's all she's trying to do.
Okay,
But she can't get back to ground zero if you keep charging these. She can't get there.
okay,
She can't ever become responsible if you keep giving her breaks that she doesn't deserve.
I accept.
So
Can we?
you guys are going to come back. You're going to get my decision. You need to go talk to a lawyer because you're going to end up in a whole lot of trouble with that lease.
If I agree to reduce
You're
to,
going to end up in a whole lot of trouble with that. I'm also going to give her an opportunity to talk to a lawyer if that's what she wants to do in terms of enforcing her rights, because it's illegal. I told you that the first hearing. And then get here and nobody wants to believe me. We'll see you on the 1st. Thank you.
Is that?
Hold on, what? What is it? 3 p.m.? 8-1 at 3 p.m.
Zoom or in person?
It's in person.
Okay.
This one needs to be.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, good Lord. That was just miserable, top to bottom. Thanks. Thanks, Brecken. Thanks, Zach. My God, don't be a landlord. Don't get married. Don't be a landlord. Just don't do it. There's no way to win. There is no positive outcome from either of those events. Do not do it. Little tip from your Uncle Mike. That's ripped off straight from Larry Reeb. Little tip from your Uncle Lair, who was a funny guy back in the day. But I have to give him credit. Thank y'all for coming out. That was fun in a horrible, excruciating, claw your eyes out sort of way. I'll see y'all soon.